Welcome to Eye on Paulsboro. This week's program comes to you from Weiss True Value here on Broad Street in Paulsboro, the oldest retail business in Paulsboro and one of probably the oldest continually operating retail businesses in Gloucester County. Phil's going to join us a little bit later. We're going to talk about snow blowers behind us. I know no one wants to talk about them, but come about a time of year when there's snow, they'll probably be pretty important. And so we're going to concentrate on business a little bit today. And we got footage from the Paulsboro High School Sports Hall of Fame banquet. Fred and Amy were able to make it over and get some pictures. That was a lovely evening, Irma.
John, it was great. Wasn't it just a Paulsboro pride and spirit? And we were so fortunate to have John Croce there. His dad was honored, Wayne was honored, and John just retired from the Navy, 1979 Paulsboro High School graduate, Academy graduate, and he's been all over the world, and he came back, and we were so glad to have him.
Very special evening. We'll have footage from that interview with John Bojading. Phil's going to join us to talk about items in the store that would be of interest as the weather's about to change. We're hoping to visit with another new business of Paulsboro before it's done. And, of course, Irma will be back with Community Notes. Stay with us. We're coming right back from Weiss's True Value on Broad Street in Paulsboro.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Welcome back. We continue. As mentioned at the top of the show, we're at Weiss's True Value here on Broad Street in Paulsboro, a fixture not only in Paulsboro, but the Gloucester County landscape, especially the western part of the county. Weiss family's been in the retail business for a very long time. And today this store, many people say, almost feels like a country store to a point because you can buy from appliances to small items. But we like to visit with Phil. First of all, we're grateful to the Weiss family, been a sponsor of this show since the show's inception. And we like to get in here seasonally because that's when items change. And the dreaded discussion that many of us may talk about or don't want to talk about is snow. So, Phil, let's start with the obvious. Snow blowers, they're not small machines anymore.
They are not. The snow has, in the last couple of years, gotten a lot higher. So some of the smaller machines will do small snowfalls adequately. A lot of folks want to upsize and have what they need in case we have the large snows because they'll do basically any size snow. We have sold between 3 and 6 already this year without any other than tomorrow's mention of snow. People are remembering the last couple of winters and wanting to take the bull by the horns and be ready for them.
That's simple questions because people haven't owned these kinds of machines, and I have curiosities about this considering getting one because of the sidewalks we have to deal with. But how about reliability, Phil? Because they only get used a couple times a year. This black machine sitting behind me, it looks substantial, self-drive, has a transmission, has a device that grabs the snow and then throws it. It looks pretty sophisticated.
It's like anything. If it's well taken care of, it'll last a long time. Most of the problems come with gas that's left in it in the off-season or old gas that's put in it in the beginning of the season. So the best thing to do is keep a gasoline stabilizer in it, even when you're using it during the season, and make sure you keep a stabilizer in it if you leave fuel in it. The best thing to do is take the fuel out in the off-season.
And when you say stabilizer, that's to offset the ethanol that's in gasoline because as it sits, it can get moisture built. Correct, Phil?
Absolutely correct. Yeah, the ethanol percentages, I think, are going higher, and it's harder on these small engines.
Now, how friendly are these for a person like myself? I mean, I know about getting a car. You get in, you put the key in, you turn it on. If it works, you go. If not, you call John Benny, and somebody comes and gets you. For the average guy, I mean, is this thing going to be hard to start?
It's an electric start model, and it's self-propelled, like you had mentioned earlier, and it's very user-friendly. You do have to get used to it a little bit. There are 2 handles on the back, one for the drive of the propel the snow and the other for moving the tires. This particular model has heated hand grips as well. So
of course, yes.
They're every year they want to make it a little more advantageous to go out and clear your driveway and everything.
Well, the best way to stay warm is to hire somebody to do it. There are other items that Phil likes to mention this time of year. The biggest one is we touched on it maybe last time we were here, or maybe a show and a half ago, with respect to the ability to go online, order with no shipping charge.
True Value has put forth a strong effort for what they're calling e-commerce. You can go to truevalue.net. I think there's over 28,000 items on the website. And you make your purchase online, and then there's free delivery here to our store. Some of the things, and this has been working very, very well for our customers and for us as well. Things are brightly tagged so that we know there is an item coming for a customer. We email them the notification that it's here, and they come in and sign and show identification and pick the item up. Some of the things that we're getting in for customers is amazing. Things that we can normally order as well, but they like that ability to order it from the computer, not pay any shipping, and just come here to the store and pick it up.
And again, that's free shipping, not a bad deal. So you get to shop in even a bigger store if you choose to. Now, Phil, price of home heating oil is at almost record highs. Natural gas has come down a little bit, but it's far from free. And I think between the two, the BTU cost always seems to work out about the same. You've got some hands-on items with respect to winterizing houses. Anything stand out that it's easy for people to do that can help save them some money?
There are very simple things that you can do. There are kits for window repair, or not repair, but to seal off any drafts coming in windows. There are self-sticking sealers for around the doors and windows, door sweeps that can either be screwed on or stuck onto the bottom of the door. Anywhere that you think air can come in, cold air come in, there's something to prevent it from doing by very simple means for you to have to do it. Not very difficult.
And it all adds up.
Absolutely. Anytime you can save by doing something like that, it goes real far.
Now, on the personal side, I mentioned the generations that are involved in this business because it's remarkable the number of decades that it spans. You had your son in here the other day and your daughter as well. So the first Weiss family was what year with this operation?
Well, the store on Delaware Street, the 5 and 10, I believe was in the 50s. I think this store opened either in the late 50s or early 60s. And my grandfather and my cousin Mark was here, and my father, and now myself. So
it's the best way to do it. You can see from the side of us, still offering a range of appliances. In fact, Janice just purchased a new dishwasher because I refused to do dishes, and the other one that we had decided to stop working. So, of course, she called Phil. And not only is the price always competitive as you look around at those things, but the service is just outstanding. In fact, Phil rolled it over on a hand truck today because you deliver appliances, correct, Phil? We
deliver appliances. We have free delivery. I like to say within a 10-mile radius, but I've delivered further for free. But we've just tremendously, over the last couple of months, we've been having a great appliance upswing. And we're just going to keep on going with it. The prices are great. Come in, try us out, get a price.
Very good. Thank you, Phil. Always enjoyed being here at Weiss's True Hardware. And might I add, the greatest addition, I think, was the fact there's ice cream at the front door. Phil, you're selling ice cream now?
I felt as though if other retail stores are selling items that we're selling, I was going to sell ice cream. And it's worked out very, very well. We put it right up by the front door, and it's going amazingly well.
As I know, the ice cream sandwich is my favorite. It's a light ice cream. It's only about 220 calories, so if you only have one a day, but it adds up at the end of the week, just another little odd and end. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
I pledge to be there for you when disaster strikes, to guide you through your claim,
to offer personalized coverage from a choice of insurance companies,
to explain your policy and treat you with respect.
That's the Trusted Choice Pledge. We put it in writing.
Home, auto, business, life.
We are Trusted Choice, independent insurance agents in your hometown.
Spartan Planning, your local Trusted Choice agency. Call 423-4561.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Alan C. McBride, Beth McBride Foley, and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice. Think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like TrueTest paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice. Think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
Welcome back. We've moved down Broad Street just a little bit towards West Deptford. We're in a brand new independent pharmacy. And for many people in town in the immediate mailing area, you may have gotten the Victory Day Pharmacy notice, and that's where we're at today. Very interesting, in fact, when you think in Paulsboro, probably in the early 60s, to my count, there may have been 4 pharmacies in Paulsboro. Those 4 pharmacies over time morphed into 2 major chains, and now we have a new pharmacy, and we wanted to come by and say hello and welcome this business into town and let you be introduced to them as well so you can hear more details. And with me is the owner and pharmacist whose name she's going to pronounce because it's even harder than an Italian name.
My name is Adako Ajoku.
Very nice. Now, see, I won't, she has a name tag on. I still will have trouble remembering her name. Well, first of all, welcome.
Thank you.
And you're in the pharmacy business, competing against Rite Aid and CVS. And I'm a very small business person too, so I say congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And you're in a very friendly town. So tell people about this business.
This is an independent pharmacy store. I decided to open this store to help the community. My church is across the street, and we're in the business of helping this community, Paulsboro, to grow health-wise and otherwise. And I just decided to come here and do that. And we offer competitive prices. We can beat any competition that you have in town, and our prices are lower. You just come in and tell me what price you're paying somewhere, and I can lower that. And if we accept all insurance plans. And if you don't have insurance, you can come and talk to me. I can always find a way to help you. I just want to help the community. You know, something I have to do, I want to do. I've worked for the chains, and this is what I want to do. It lets me have one-on-one relationship, professional relationship with my patients, my customers, and I'm very happy so far.
And we're happy you're here. And the church he mentions is the Glorious Light Ministries across the street, which has done a beautiful job of renovation. Many of you see them on the Christmas show because the church is very active in providing gifts for Christmas. Kids that show up at the municipal building for the Christmas tree lighting project. Very active, nice group of people. And the collateral benefit now is we have an independent pharmacy. So, of course, you have to be very trusting. So if someone walks in and tells you a bizarre low price, you know the difference between someone else.
I always call, call to verify the price they are giving me. And, I have some people that have called with, stories, but I can tell. I've had 8 years in practice, so I have the experience to tell.
Small business person. I just applaud her courage to be in business today. But it's a different kind of setting. And for those who are looking competitively shopping, it's convenient. It's on Broad Street. There's parking. It's not difficult. It's a new business, and we welcome her here. How about hours of operations?
Hours of operations are Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday, 9 to 2, and we're closed on Sundays.
Very nice. And credit cards and healthcare plans.
We accept all credit, most credit cards, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and health insurance. We accept most health insurance plans.
Have people been coming in, or people finding you?
They're finding me.
Very good. We wish her and her family well with this, and a new addition to a business in Paulsboro, which, again, as I said earlier, we congratulate her and welcome her. And for those who are shopping for prices, you want to check the Victory Day Pharmacy out. Victory Day Pharmacy. Can't miss this bright green card. And you may be surprised. Plus, you're going to see a very friendly face greet you at the counter, and a person you can develop a relationship with. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Welcome back. This segment of the program comes to you from the gymnasium here on campus of Paulsboro High School, and I might add the recently renovated gymnasium as far as the grandstands and the floor goes. And we're here tonight for the induction of the 18th class for the Paulsboro High School Sports Hall of Fame. This coincides with homecoming weekend, which is just a nice event, and it becomes a community homecoming. With me now is John Vojading. He's not a stranger to any of you. He has been ground zero on this Sports Hall of Fame and always lends both his time and his writing skills, but great guidance to this. John, this is 18 years now.
18 long years, but a labor of love. Steve Aniszewski helped get it off the ground way back in the beginning. John Rostelli was one of the first committee members, and we've worked hard over the years. And people have often asked how does somebody get in the Hall of Fame? All they have to do is nominate them, and then we send the questionnaires out, and we develop biographies, and then we have a vote. So it's been a labor of love over the years. And I've been fortunate to be with you through those years. Tonight we have two people being inducted that have passed away. There's always some emotions to this evening. Oh, absolutely, positively. Keke Haddock lived next to me for ever since we moved to Paulsboro when Betty and I got married. And, he was a dear friend, and, he was taken much too early, as was his wife, Blitzer. The Haddock family's always been a mainstay in the community. It was a large family, and many of them wrestled and participated in other activities. And losing Keke before he was inducted in person was kind of heartbending a little bit. And then, of course, Tom Brown started out at Audubon and came to Paulsboro and was very successful as a football coach at Paulsboro, and simply wanted to move on to a bigger school, so he left Group 1 Paulsboro and went to Group 4 Washington Township and had tremendous success there. So he gave us a good toehold on the group championships and conference championships we won, and his groundwork was picked up by Jerry Trashy for a couple of years, and then Glenn Howard ever since. Your offense, if I remember correctly, the Veer offense was Tom Brown's offense. Yes. Yeah, I mean, Tom was an innovator. He came here and he took what he had to work with and he molded them into a quite competitive group of kids. A lot of fun to watch. A lot of memories here tonight. This is an impressive class as it is every year. Over 160 people gathered. This is homecoming weekend. Fred got footage, of course, as they were coming in, and it's going to be a beautiful evening. We're very pleased to welcome in chronological order the classes. The class of 1955, Wayne Cruz and his wife here. John Keke Paddock is represented by his brother Robert and son John. Class of 1974, Janice Kelly Tice and husband Les. Stella Benny and her daughter Abigail.
1992, Larry DeVault and his wife Charlotte. Class of 1996, Kevin Harvey and his wife Tia. Coach Tom Brown is represented by his wife Marion and is escorted by Dave Maxwell. This year's inductees, this year's class is rounded out by Coach Jerry Chirashi. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the 18th class being honored by the Sports Hall of Fame.
When Hurricane Katrina came through, we lost everything. We lost our business. Our trusted choice insurance agent took care of us in the worst possible time in anybody's lives. The good times are rolling again. Had it not been for our trusted choice agent, I promise you we would not be here today.
Trusted Choice independent insurance agents offer coverage from a choice of companies and pledge to be there for you when disaster strikes your home or business.
Spartan Planning, your local Trusted Choice agency. Call 423-4561.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Alan C. McBride, Beth McBride Foley, and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice. Think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like True Test paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice. Think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
Welcome back. We are back where we started at Weiss's True Value here on Broad Street, and it's time for Community Notes. Irma?
Don't think twice, think Weiss. And it just always feels home when you come in here. They're wonderful to you. They'll find anything. If they don't have it, they'll find it for you, John.
No exaggeration.
Happy birthdays to Rachel Coco. Special happy birthday to Bertie Cast, who was my Sunday school teacher. She's in Pittman Manor now. And when we went and had a birthday luncheon for them, St. Paul's United Methodist Women, Bertie was still there, and she sang with us, and Paulsboro's over there for sure. Carl Driver, 90 years old. Joe Kneestout. Nancy Carson. Thanks, Nance, for all the birthdays. Dr. Walter Quinn, Diane Moran, Janet Heiser, Anthony Kneestout, Gladys Dombrowski, Kevin McKenzie, the Miller twins, Raymond and Dennis, Mary Jane Monty, Barbara Busella, Claire Layden, Dan Burst Sr., Madeline Gentile, and our little great-grandson, Tanner Stevenson Hamilton, who was Kristen, we were in Boston. Love Beantown, John. Bob Lexa, Andy Bay, and Robbie Blum. And this is to I always throw a kiss to Robbie Blum. John, happy anniversaries to John and Leanne Carruthers, Chris and Mary Lou Townsley, Margie and Kenny Emmerich, Dr. Walter and Cindy Quinn, Stephanie and Chris Hamilton, and Rita and Rich Costabader. Happy birthdays and happy anniversaries. Paulsboro Neighborhood Watch on November the 17th at 6:30 p.m. at St. James Episcopal Church, 901 North Commerce Street. We'll have a speaker that night at the meeting, Detective Stacy Lick from the prosecutor's office. Her topic is child abuse and neglect. This is really important. As we know with the times, times in the economy and all. There's child abuse, neglect, and we should be really aware of it. Paulsboro Day 2012 fundraiser. They're teaming up to raise funds for next year's Paulsboro Day. It's with party lights, and it's going to be at the Cedar Vale Winery, 205 Repauna Station Road, Logan Township, which is really Repapa. Wine tasting at a cost, prizes, treats, November the 12th from 7p to 9p. And we just had a great time in Paulsboro Day, especially at the high school this year. Call Irva McCauley, 856-207-7652, or Joan Lutz, 609-743-1563. And it's never too late to join the Gill Memorial Library Book Club. We will be reading select books. I belong, and it's a lot of fun. We're going to have discussion on the books, and that should be fun. Call Curtis Banks, 423-5155. And our friends at the Gibbstown VFW Post 5579 host the 7th annual scavenger hunt. It's to benefit Adopt a Troop. Donations will be sent to our deployed troops that the auxiliary sponsors November 19th at Gibbstown Post. Veterans Highway in Gibbstown, $10 per person. All monies go to the first place team. Sign up from 6 to 7. There's a max of 4 persons to a team. Call 423-9333. That'll be wild there with those ladies and men of the VFW. John Gibbstown and Paulsboro have done such a great job to support our troops.
Active and important group to office. I'm going to read off of an email because many people are asking about the status of the post office in town. And our contact is with Ray Diatullo. I'm mispronouncing maybe his last name by a little bit. He represents his region on the facility side. In fact, we invited him on, but he couldn't quite get here today. And we may have him on the next show if his schedule permits and if the issue is still there. But he writes and says, we have contracted with an architectural engineering firm to determine what needs to be done to prevent future flooding in the building. Construction for those repairs can't get started until the water table recedes so the water doesn't come flooding in when the floor is opened up. District is going to err on the side of safety and continue with the temporary arrangements with Gibbstown. Hopefully the work can be completed soon and the retail operations brought back. So the intention is for the post office to be reopened, which is in many people's minds was this closing part of the national movement to limit the number of post offices. Does not seem to be the case here. The water's become an issue, and hopefully it's going to get straightened out soon. Maybe we'll get Ray on, but we'll try to have an update for the next show as well. Remember?
John, I would certainly miss going into the post office. It's been a fixture here since 1938, and hopefully things will get better with the rains and all. We're not the only building that suffered with this year.
Oh, no, it's been just an unusually wet year. And as we're taping this show on Friday, they're talking about a chance of snow tomorrow, Saturday. So how things change so very quickly. That's going to do it for Fred Buchter behind the camera. Amy Cook is with us today as well. Bill Crane, our producer, couldn't make it, Irma.
Bill Crane's always with us, John. See you on Broad Street and go Big Red.
Until next time.